Welcome back, Charleston. You're watching Navigate Your Wealth, brought to you by the team of Compass Financial. I'm your host, Kristin Oakley, here with both Karen Stawicki and Samantha Irish, and we are talking today about the 1% approach, meaning, are you aware of some of these strategies that can be utilized to help you keep more of your hard-earned money? Because at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. So I can't wait to hear what the next strategy is that you want to talk about. So let's talk about some more unconventional wisdom, shall we?
Sure. You know, everybody talks about what's better, term insurance or permanent insurance. And as we know, term insurance is rented insurance. All you're getting is a death benefit. You build no equity for yourself. It's like renting an apartment. Permanent insurance builds cash value. Now, you all know Susie Orman and Dave Ramsey, and they all say, listen, if you're going to have any kind of insurance at all, just get the term, because once you turn 65, you're going to be retired, you're going to have a pension, your house is going to be paid off, your kids are going to be gone, yeah. And so with the term insurance, you've canceled the policy at 65 because Susie and Dave said you wouldn't need it anymore.
Right.
Let me ask you a question, and let me ask some of you this question. In 2008, how did that go? How did that go? You know, a lot of families had their mortgages paid off and then had to do a, second mortgage.
Yep.
A lot of children moved back home. Samantha always likes to scream, it wasn't
Not me.
But what's interesting is that was a well thought out plan until it wasn't.
Right.
And so the problem with term insurance is it's not there. Okay, you didn't have the opportunity anymore. And now you're 65 years old, and if you can even qualify to get insurance, it's going to be so expensive.
Right.
Permanent insurance is a much better strategy because you're paying over time, you're building equity. At 65, I'm going to tell a story. I like to call it man A, man B.
Okay.
So man A buys term insurance and man B buys permanent insurance.
Okay.
And both invest over the years, and at 65, both have $1 million in investments, and man A, who had term insurance, surrenders his policy because he's 65, and Susie told him he wouldn't need it.
Right.
Man B has his policy completely paid up. So the death benefit is still there. And I think I mentioned on another show that every one of us here at this table and everyone listening has a 1 in 1 chance of dying.
Right.
We just don't know the date.
Exactly.
Okay. So man B has this policy, doesn't need to pay on anymore. Here's the difference. The man A does not have the same permission to consume his wealth as man B. You see, when you consume your wealth and die, which ultimately is going to happen, the death benefit fills the bag back up to keep that party going.
Right.
So man A now takes his $1 million, and whether he does a systematic withdrawal at 4% or the 2% bulletproof rate, which we've talked about on previous shows, or whatever he does, he's going to be limited on that $1 million just for that alone to $20,000 to $40,000 of income. Man B can take that same $1 million, put it in a guaranteed lifetime income annuity, and get anywhere from $50,000 to $60,000 of income from the same $1 million. That's significantly more income.
Right.
And
that's per year you're talking.
And that's per year.
Yeah.
And that's going to be every year for as long as they live, no matter what happens. Whereas man A, if the market crashes or something happens, if you're going to be in retirement for 30 years, I want you to look back over the last 30 years and see what kind of market volatility we've had over the last 30 years.
Because once that money's gone, it's gone.
It's gone.
Right.
Here's another thing. What if I told you that you could stick a spigot in the side of your house, turn on the nozzle, and have tax-free dollars flow into your bank account?
That sounds really good.
It's a reverse mortgage. And I'm not telling everybody out there that it's the right thing or the wrong thing, but it's a permission. If you have the permission to have a reverse mortgage and have tax-free dollars flow into your bank account, now you have tax-free income, and when you die, yes, there's going to be a lien against that house. Your children are either going to sell the house and net the difference, or they're going to take the life insurance death benefit, pay off the house, and move into the house. Or if it's 2008 and the value of the home is down, they're going to pay off the lien, wait for the home to reappreciate in value, which it certainly has over the last 10 years.
Right.
And then they're going to sell it and whatever. But that death benefit gave man A so many more options than man B. And that's why term insurance cannot be considered in this kind of planning. It doesn't give you the same options.
Right. And I love that you're sharing this because I feel like the conversation historically has been pretty one-sided, right?
Well, absolutely. I mean, it's been one-sided because there's a promotion of term insurance because the cost typically is less expensive.
Right.
And there is a belief that you should buy term and invest the difference. So there's still the accumulation of wealth or accumulation of cash.
Right.
But we like to say, let's put that same invest the difference into the cash value life insurance policy. So now we're not just focusing on the death benefit, but we're also focusing on the living benefit, which is the cash value that term insurance does not have.
Right. Yeah.
And so with the power of three, which is our model that we use to help our clients, the foundation of that model relies on having cash in your cash value policy for liquidity. That liquidity gives you permission to be invested in the market with other assets. That liquidity gives you permission to bank on yourself. If you want to purchase a car. Mom had a great story about this. In fact, it was your own story. When we were kids, she had a life insurance policy for herself, and she needed a new car. And when she went down to the dealership, they said, that car is going to be $50,000. And she said, are you crazy? I am not spending $50,000 on a car.
Right.
So she went to the cash value that was in her policy and purchased a car. And then she used that cash value so that she had the car, took her premiums that she would have otherwise used to pay for the car, and put it back into the cash value. If something happened to her, we would be left with the death benefit and the difference of what the car cost.
Right. Yeah.
So that cash gave her permission to do something she never would have been able to do if she had term.
Yeah, and that's why you use this phrase, permission to consume your wealth.
Absolutely.
So talk about that,
Listen, if you've been hearing things that fly in the face of conventional wisdom, don't you owe it to yourself to find out if maybe this is the time when you can have the permission to consume your wealth as well? We want you to call in so that we can help you understand how to consume your wealth differently than you've ever heard from anyone else before.
Different and very helpful, I would add, right? Karen, Sam, thank you so much. To our viewers at home, if you would like to receive your complimentary retirement roadmap, again, this is for no cost, no charge, no obligation. It's simply an invitation to have a conversation with Karen and Sam and see how the team of Compass Financial can help and serve you. What strategies might be employed for you in your situation. To receive your complimentary retirement roadmap, just call 855-348-3073, or again, you're welcome to scan that QR code and that will get you connected as well. More unconventional wisdom tips for you here on Navigate Your Wealth right after this.